What's up? What it do, cyber world? It's your girl, Ash Brown, and this is the Ash Brown Uncensored Show. On this show, I talk about everything and anything and any little thing that may be just crossing my mind, going through my mind. I hope that everyone has been safe this past weekend. I want to send thoughts, prayers, well wishes, good vibrations out to everybody in Miami. It was a really bad shooting that happened a couple of days ago, and some people that I'm connected with know some people that were involved. So just sending out some good vibrations for you guys, because it's going to get crazy. And summer has really even barely just begun. Barely. So I want to talk about today relationships. And I'm not talking about romantically linked, your boo thing and all that. Nah. We're not talking about that today. Today, I'm talking about any relationship. Anyone that you're connected to, coworker, friend, best friend, neighbor, whoever the case is. And what that really means. And how you can connect and disconnect from those people. And why certain connections are important to cut off. Especially when they're disrespecting you. I've gone through this life and it's been quite the ride, y'all. Quite the ride. I have come across a lot of people that have claimed to be my friend and, we ride for you, Ash, and everything is good, and Ash, you're just so wonderful, and blah, blah, blah. But then we'll turn around and talk your business to the next person just because they want something to talk about. That's not my idea of a friend. I can't consider you a friend if you continuously... Now, it's one thing to troll somebody because of something stupid that they did. You rag on your friends and be like, you did X, Y, and Z thing. Or that's one thing. But it's another thing to consistently disrespect someone. What I mean consistently? Meaning you bring up a new idea for something that you want to do and you share it with someone that you trust and someone that you feel as though is a friend. And they turn around and tell you every reason under the sun why that idea is not going to work, why it's not a good idea, why you should consider something else. In all actuality, I'm able to recognize that now. When I was younger, I would start to think about, maybe that person, they're right, and maybe this. No. As an adult, nearing the 40 range, I detect bullshit. I detect it. I can sense it. My little bullshitter meter starts going off. It just starts going off, because what it comes down to is that person is insecure about what you're doing. How dare someone shame someone else for something else that they want to do? Shame that person for a dream that they have on their heart. Shame that person for being courageous enough to walk the walk as they talk the talk. A lot of people won't do it. A lot of people can't do that. They can't do it. It's not possible. So who the heck are you to sit up there and tell somebody all the negative stuff? Well, all that negative stuff, all those are possibilities. Absolutely. I would never take that away from anyone. Ever. But I may have the solution to make it work. You don't know that. You have no idea. And so it comes to being about the crabs in a barrel mentality. Oh my gosh, this person is winning. They want you to win, just not better than them, though. Just don't do better than them. Don't do more than what they're doing. And that is so effed up. I cheer for everybody. I cheer for everybody until I come to the realization that, this person shouldn't even be in my life. Every time I bring up something to this person, they negative. They negative Nancy up on this thing. Every time I have it there, every single time. Nah, that's straight haterage. And to go even deeper into it, it's because of their own insecurities. They feel as though they can't reach that peak. They feel as though they will never get to that place. And who's to say that they won't? They don't believe that they can do it. So when you jump off the ledge and you make an airplane on the way down, And they're like, oh, snap, you could do that. Hard work, determination. My show, Ash Said It Daily, available on all major platforms. Over 1,700 episodes. I would have never in a million years thought that I would do this again after doing it previously for another reason. And I'm doing it. 1,700 episodes. 500,000 streams worldwide. Just saying the words is just still like really insane for me, because I'm like, that just don't even sound like a real thing that could happen to just a regular somebody like me. I don't think that I'm extraordinary, but I know that I know some things. And I know that my voice connects with a lot of people. The downloads will tell me that. Anybody can start a podcast. Starting a podcast is not a difficult thing. You can get on Spreaker today, right now, within probably 10 minutes and start your podcasting journey. My journey, I believe that I spoke on this before, but my podcasting journey started when I would do a show prior to this one where I was promoting a lot of independent artists, a lot of independent music that was local here to Atlanta and some surrounding states. And honestly and truthfully, the company that I was working with and the work that I was doing, at one point, it just really became very stagnant for me. I didn't see how I was growing, and it wasn't fun anymore. You should never be doing something that just to do it, just to get a buck, just to get a, and it was no longer fun for me anymore. So I was like, you know what? Let me just X this out. Done with that. So we fast forward to 2014. My mom passed the end of 2013. And honestly, I was just on search mode. There's nothing else I can say for it. I was really on search mode. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know how I wanted to do it. And I just had a lot of things going on. I put all the pots on the stove, and I put something in every pot. Everything was cooking up. And someone had suggested to me, hey, why don't you start a Spreaker? And I was Spreaker. What the heck is a Spreaker? When you talking about starting a Spreaker? Oh, you can do your own podcast show. What does that mean? I've already done podcasts. It's not my thing. I'm over it. I'm done with it. No, but it could be whatever you want it to be. What does that mean? What does that mean? You can be whatever. And so I joined Spreaker. I started my podcast, and basically you can record a podcast from anywhere. As long as you have a device that has the app on it, you can record a podcast. So I would do podcast shows in the mornings before I would go out to the gym. And it was really, if you listen to those early episodes, which I have not listened to and probably since I actually posted them up over 7 years ago, they're kind of rough. I'm not going to lie about that. They're kind of rough. Those episodes are kind of rough because I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know how to focus a show. I didn't know how to just entertain. So usually I'll have a focal point and I can just work off of that focal point. Well, when you're doing a show where it's really, there's no focus. Excuse me, I'm sorry. When you're doing a show where there's no focus, it's kind of difficult to keep the motivation going. So I would get on there, I would record something, me just kind of pumping myself up to go and exercise and get this workout in, but it wasn't consistent. The show was not consistent. The show didn't have a clear message. The show didn't have any direction. In all honesty, it was just literally, I'm recording like 5-minute sound bites and uploading them. See what happens. Got a couple downloads. Thought it was cute. I was like, oh, that's cute. People are humorous. They're humoring me. They're downloading this crazy show that not really talking about anything. A little motivation, a little just getting myself pumped up, but really didn't have a focus. And maybe like a few months after I started doing it, I got an email from them saying, hey, we're putting some shows on iHeartRadio. Do you want your show to be on the iHeartRadio stream? And I'm laughing. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, right. My show's going to be on iHeartRadio. I don't even have a focus. So I figured, for kicks and giggles, I'll apply. What's the worst that could happen? No. That's the worst that could happen. So I applied, and then I'm the type of person, I don't like to sit and fester over things. I like to set things on the stove, put it at a nice medium heat, and then walk away. But I'm still I'm cognitive that it's on the stove cooking, but I don't need to sit and just look over it constantly. So about a year passed, and I got an email from them, from Spreaker, and they're like, hey, your show's been approved. You're officially on iHeartRadio. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, this is for real. This is not a drill. This is for real. And I immediately just started to go into planning mode because I wanted to create a show that people could relate to, something that people could listen to and feel a little bit of motivation in their day, and just a feel-good show. There's so much negativity going on. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to mispronounce stuff. I'm going to just do all kinds of crazy stuff. And you never know what's going to happen. Ash is on she's on the move. She's on the show. What's up? So it was absolutely insane at first. I really didn't know what I was doing. So I reached out to a couple of local companies and brands that I knew in the Metro Atlanta area and started interviewing them and talking about their story. And more, the downloads would grow. The reach was reaching just catastrophic numbers. I was like, this is insane. Like, I hadn't even planned this. And fast forward, here I am today, like 1,700 shows. That's crazy. I don't count the shows either. So when I do shows and I upload them, I promote the shows, I put them out there, but I don't keep track of, this is show 1,701 or whatever. I never keep track of it. So to hear that number compounded, 1,700 episodes, it sounds insane. And I am so thankful and so blessed that so many people continue to download the show, continue to share it. I wouldn't be still doing this if people weren't reacting to what I'm doing. If people weren't reacting, I would stop easily. That would have been a done deal. But people are going to be people. And it's going to take you using the spirit of discernment to know who deserves to be in your life, who deserves to be around you, and who is a good person for you to be around. It's even the reverse of that. It's who's good to be around and who's good to be around you. And I have no problem dropping people. It's like the joke in my family. I'm like, oh yeah, Ashley ain't really got too much friends. She call you a friend, and you really, it's a fine line. I don't just accept people for everything that they do. Once you disrespect me, once you show me your true colors, once you show me that I mean nothing to you, once you show me that you genuinely do not have love for me, I do not have any love for you. Point blank, period. Stick a fork in it. There's only so much a person can take. I'm human. I'm not a robot. I'm an actual human being. I'm living, breathing. You cut me, I bleed. I am a living person. And I have feelings as well. So when someone deliberately hurts you, when someone deliberately shows you they do not care about you, I'm done. I wash my hands and I step away. See, that's going to hurt them a lot more than if you stand up there and you cuss them out and you call them every name in the book. Oh, root-de-roo and roddy-rot. This is going to affect them way worse. Because they're going to sit and they're going to go through every dialogue you've ever had. They're going to sit and they're going to go through all of your Instagram posts and try to decipher messages that aren't there. It's not all about you. I promise. But there are people that are going to do that. And to each his own. To each his own. I'm not here to convict anyone. I'm not here to judge anyone. But I'm not going to tolerate the bullshit. Understand that, foremost and foremost. Understand that. Digest it. Take it. Eat it. Have it for snack. I'm not here for the shits anymore. I'm really not. I'm almost 40. When I reach that pinnacle, it's just, I've gained so much knowledge in the past decade. And a lot of that has been from my mama. Even as she's been gone, I've still taken a liking to a lot of the teachings that she left for me. A lot of things that now absolutely make sense. Now definitely, it makes a difference. So, in closing, value the people around you. Value the people that bring value to your life. They make your life better. They enrich your existence. Love on those people. Appreciate those people. Never disrespect those people. Love on those people. Reciprocate that love to those people. Because once they're gone, they're gone. Once a person understands and knows their value, they're not going to accept anything less. I promise you they won't. I put that on everything. I put it on everything. When you know your value, you ain't going to put up with no foolishness from nobody. I don't care if it's man, woman, child, thing, animal. You ain't going to put up with none from nobody. So continue being great people. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Keep pushing forward, all that good stuff. And I'm going to holler at y'all. We got some really awesome shows coming in the next couple of weeks. And of course, I know that you're already subscribed to Ash Said It Daily, okay? We on every platform, baby. iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer, the list goes on and on. Google Podcasts, Amazon. We are everywhere. So, jump on the team before it's too late, baby, because this train is getting up out of the station, boo. I holla.